Hello everybody, welcome to Distilled Brew and Review. My name is John from the world famous Sipping Den, and today I want to review for you Larceny Bourbon, right there. See the keyhole? It used to come with a little metal key on it, but they have a keyhole with a little key in it because that is part of the story of Larceny. It is made by Heaven Hill. It is 92 proof. It first came out in 2012. Has a mash bill of 68% corn, 20% wheat, which is a high wheat content, 12% malted barley. Goes for about $30. It's named after John E. Fitzgerald, which you see his name right there, or the story is about that guy. We'll talk about that in a second. John E. Fitzgerald was actually a federal treasury agent in the late 1800s, early 1900s. That is because, and he was on the property of a distillery, because the Bottle and Bond Act, which was passed in 1897, one of the things that required is a federal agent to be on property with the keys to the rickhouses. So he would go in there and he would steal bourbon. He was known for stealing the better stuff. He would not only drink it while he was working, but he would take jugs home. But the Old Fitzgerald was registered as a name in the 1870s, all right, to be made with bourbon from it. And there is an Old Fitzgerald. Matter of fact, I have one up on the shelf. It is a blend of 6- and 12-year-old bourbon. And it is also used, if you're familiar with the Goose Island line, when they do a barrel-aged stout, they age it in Larceny barrels. It is the first wheated whiskey to win Whiskey of the Year, and that's what we're going to be going over today. They also make a cast strength one. I've done a review on it, and I'm going to do a comparison on the next video. But right now, we're going to do this one by itself. The key, like I mentioned earlier in the keyhole, is reference to the fact that he had a key to get in, Mr. Fitzgerald, and the name Larceny, of course, means theft. So that is how the name came about. There is the color for you to look at. And we'll now check the nose. How about that? It's got a nice caramel smell to it. It's got a sweetness to it, like a caramel chew candy. It's got a kind of smells like a clean, a very, very spotless, like a horse stall with the hay and the straw mixture, and a little bit of smokiness coming out. Overall, it's pleasant, and we will do an acclimation sip, and then we will get into the very low burn for 92 proof. All right, now we'll go in for the taste. Same as the smell. It's a very sweet caramel. It's like the caramel chew, but now vanilla's coming through. So it reminds me of those caramel chews with that little white center, and that has the vanilla taste. Very pleasing. Wow, that's got a nice finish too. It's not got any bitterness from the barrel or anything like that. I'm tasting a little bit of kiss of smoke, kind of balancing out the sweetness, but the sweetness is overpowering and the vanilla is overpowering the smoke. Like nuts, but not the bitter part of the nuts, like a candied nut. It's very sweet. I didn't realize it was this sweet. And a little bit of sweet orange. It's very pleasing. I see why it won Whiskey of the Year. It's got an interesting story. Made by Heaven Hill. For $30, man, all day long, because I think this hits the trifecta of easy to find, inexpensive, could drink it straight, and use it as a mixer. I don't think you can go wrong with this one. So, if you haven't tried it, and you like wheat, you like Maker's Mark, you like Weller's, then you want to give this one a shot for sure. All right, see you on the next one. Don't forget to look at the next one, because the next one I'm going to be comparing this and talking about the full proof. And it's a cool thing, full proof. All right.